Okay, welcome back to me versus myself. Episode 38, I want to say. I have to get better at remembering what episode we're on. But hi, hello there. Welcome back. Today, kind of have something in mind as far as what I want to talk about, and I usually don't really structure it. I kind of just go on based on whatever's what I'm feeling, but I guess I should talk about quarantine and how I'm kind of spending my time here. And I think it's better if I have something to like write on so I can kind of have somewhere to go off based on like where I want to go, right? So quarantine, right? It's day who knows, but it's April 1st. April Fools. Did anybody get pranked today? Did you guys get pranked? I pranked my little brother a lot today. And it was just like little like stupid pranks and he got so butthurt it was funny. Did you guys get pranked today? Let me know in the comments, or let me know just in general. Hi. So yeah, so kind of how I'm spending my quarantine. I guess I want to. So the past like 2 weeks, I was just in a huge like in a low mental rut, like just absolutely low, and like I just felt kind of like super like down and super negative and not really inspired to really do anything or really get myself like out there, you know. Um, and it wasn't until like what was it this week, Monday? It's not Wednesday. This week I decided I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start working out again. Cause one, I noticed that I was just eating a lot. Like quarantine had me eating so much. Like it was just even now I still kind of find myself eating a lot, but it's a lot less and like it's more, kind of a more healthier amount to where like it's not bad because like I was hungry like 24/7 and I would eat and then like I wouldn't be full like and I wouldn't be full and I would eat and eat and eat and I wouldn't be full and like I noticed that I was starting to gain weight again and every time I start to gain weight I guess I'm just super critical on myself that like I just beat myself up for it because I look back at like pictures of me for like a year ago like senior year and I was chubby like and I guess I never really like noticed it or never really like it never really came to my attention because I was just very confident all the time and it never felt like a negative thing to me. And I mean, and if I look at my notes in my journal, like I do have planned to like work like out like back in the day. So like in the journal that I had from like May up to like maybe like October maybe. Um, that journal I would write like I want to lose weight, but it wasn't like something that I was like super like on my ass about. You know, it was just something like I wanted but never really worked for. And then like in like September, October, I lost a lot of weight, and ever since then, like I kind of like am self conscious about like gaining weight again, and I kind of like tend to like panic, and it just kind of beat myself up for it really, and not in a super negative way, but also it's like I'm not super confident. And then just like the past 2 weeks, like it was just something very like negative, and I just feel very like self conscious and very like not confident at all like in myself. And, like I just felt like a lot of things were just bugging me like that weren't like in my control. Like certain people and certain like I don't know how to say it. It's just kind of like things that I shouldn't be worrying about, like certain people that might annoy me or certain people I may not like necessarily. I guess I was just putting too much energy towards those people, and it wasn't until what Monday when I had a like a time. When I went to go hike with my dog, I was just sitting on top of the mountain and like just evaluating my life, right? Evaluating where I can fix things, what I can change, and what I'm doing too much of and where I'm kind of just going wrong, right? Because okay, well that was the first day I had worked out, and I realized like how beneficial that was for me and how much that makes me feel good. Like after I worked out, so I've worked out 3 days in a row, and like I've noticed a huge change in like me. Like I feel just a lot more happier, a lot more inspired, a lot more just active, and feels good to work out. And I wake up and I do a little bit of learning online. Not school though. Like it's just like some a marketing course that I'm currently enrolled in. Um, to because I want to start my own like social media agency, and it's something I started about a year ago, but never really worked towards like some super like never really worked on it completely and kind of gave up halfway. So I'm in the process of like relearning it and actually taking action on it because I've just kind of laid out the goal and laid out the plan for that business. So I'm just following the roadmap and I just need to put the work in every day to like get there. And just excited, man. But yeah, like I got to reevaluate things that I wasn't doing right and a lot of things that I noticed were not bringing me joy, were not making me happy, were not making me a better person. In fact, they were making me like less or making me feel less because I was just paying attention to people that really don't matter, and that's normal. You kind of get caught up in that stuff, and I guess especially with quarantine, I just had a lot of time to be on my phone and just be affected by those things because like obviously I'd be on social media and like it just started becoming very negative in the sense that like I just started building a negative relationship with it and I was like, you know what, I need to like step back and think about what's going good. And that's why I wasn't podcasting either because I just felt like I had nothing to share. Like it just felt forced. And I did record an episode, but it just felt very forced and I just wasn't like happy with how redundant it sounded, right? I just felt like I was just saying the same thing just to pass the limit of like at least 10 minutes, And it was like, yeah, I did post it, but it wasn't like something I felt super proud of. And, it's like, it's okay that happens. And I'm glad that I'm over that. And especially just now that I've just been seeing like the impact that it has on me, like working out and like just worrying more about me because we're all in quarantine and we're all kind of just stuck. So it's like it's very easy to just be comfortable all the time, right? Like it's very easy to just like wake up late, go to sleep late because like no matter what, like you're gonna be home. So it's like there's really no like negative fallback as far as yeah, you're wasting time, but also it doesn't feel like you're losing much because at the end of the day you're gonna wake up and be in quarantine again. So it's like you're not missing much. And I advise a lot of you to not really get caught in that. Like, although it's like very comfortable and very easy to like kind of not do much, I think it's good that you work on yourself, or it's good that you kind of just take time to be alone and take time to consider things that might not be causing you like happiness, and it might not be bringing you like good vibes or good energy, and just notice and realize where you're wasting time. Realize where I guess like you're putting your effort, right, and your energy towards like I'm so glad that I got over that rut of like feeling so negative about myself and feeling so just like so ugly and so just very negative, right? And I don't think anybody deserves to just put themselves through that, but it happens. And it was like I know I'm capable of so much more and I know I need to be doing things to set my future up, so it's like I need to start. And this week's been very productive, man. For these 3 days, so from Monday to Wednesday, I've been super productive, and I'm so proud of myself for like just regardless of whatever I was dealing with, like just pick myself up and get through it, man. I need a burp. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to burp, but not make it obvious that I need a burp. So I guess it's okay. And it's just like, yeah, man. I think we're so quick to beat ourselves up, and when it's probably a lot easier to just reflect and analyze what's going wrong and what's going good and see where um, you might be putting unnecessary energy into people or things that don't matter, right? Um, I'm very happy. This week has been very inspiring for myself and very good to like me, right? It's been kind of healing in the sense that like I've allowed myself to feel good within me, and that's allowed me to feel inspired, and that's allowed me to continue pushing forward towards my goals. And more than ever, like I feel like I'm just taking on like all the things I've been wanting to for so long, and just not taking action about it, just like going for it. Because after this whole thing said and done, like while a lot of people just sat there and like they didn't do much, like I want to know in my own head that like I pulled myself up from that very low spot, and at the end of it, I came out like on top of like everything that I've been wanting to for about a year, right? And that's important. And I advise all of you, because whoever listens to this, I'm gonna say it. You probably think like me a lot, and if you're anything like me, you probably feel within yourself that you're somebody, or that you know that you're bound to be successful, and you have it in you to be successful. And this is why, like, I'm so happy that like the people that watch this, although it's like a very little amount, like I'm pretty sure you all think like me in the sense that like you have something in you, and it's just like you need to stop waiting for it. You need to stop waiting for the right moment. You need to start waiting for like feeling comfortable with it, because it's not going to be comfortable. It's not going to be comfortable at all. And you're going to feel resistance, but like that resistance is also just growth. Like you not wanting to do something, and then like you force yourself to do it because you have to, and you want to deep down, that's growth. And I've gained momentum for these past 3 days of like I feel so good to know like I got 2 podcasts up, well, including this one, right? 2 podcasts after missing, basically I missed 6 podcasts because it was like 2 weeks that I didn't upload. So 6 podcasts, and it's like I've done 2 in the span of 3 days, and it's like I could have just done the thing, but you live and you learn. You live and you learn. And for all of you who are waiting to act on your talent, or act on the goals and the dreams that you're capable of reaching, like go for it, man. Go for it. There's nothing stopping you but you. And just pound that into your head and write it down over and over and over. If I can show you, sorry, Luna, I'm sorry. Like this, I've just been journaling a lot, and so I don't know how much you can see here, but I've been planning out my days again, because I went a whole month without doing it. Planning out my days, motivating myself, like, okay, endure pain for a long time, get uncomfortable with the uncomfortable, get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Resistance is growth. My life will be so much better. Start working towards 12-month goal and be hungry. You are who you think you are. Don't let your past define you, and chase what you want. Like I've just been inspiring myself, because like although people do believe in me and people do like push me, like their support only goes so far if I, don't act on it. It's like people can be pushing me and people will be proud of me, but if I'm not working towards it and I'm not putting in the work in, like it's not going to get anywhere. And it's cool to feel good about like feeling motivated and feeling cared for and feeling just like you're being cheered on by people, which like you deserve that, but you'd also deserve so much more. And it's like imagine if you applied your effort into everything you can be. Like it's just very powerful. It's just very, very cool to see when people like take that leap, because like now more than ever you have time to like mess up and nobody's gonna care because everyone's home alone. Like who's gonna make fun of you? Who's gonna tell you something? Who's gonna tell you like you did something wrong? Who's gonna tell you that? Oh, like you're not gonna see anybody the next day of like whether or not your thing goes right or wrong. Like it's just a matter of you versus yourself. Like shout out me versus myself, because it's like the concept that we all face. Like we all, we all fight each other. We all fight our head, and our mind knows what we want. And the bittersweet part is like our mind would rather not have that right now to get something comfortable in the moment. It's like you're okay with putting your dreams aside to be comfortable right now. But it's like work on your dreams and be uncomfortable for about like a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years that you're uncomfortable. But imagine those 5 years, you're growing, you're pushing, you're putting content out, you're, starting your business, you're making sales, you're drawing, you're painting. It's like in the span of 5 years, you're gonna grow so much, and your craft and your dreams are gonna develop on a deeper level than like not doing it. And not like pushing yourself and not just being uncomfortable. And like it's like, hey, like learn to be comfortable with that. Learn to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. I think that's going to be the title of today's thing, because I need all of you to push and prosper, because it's in all of us. It's in all of us to make things happen. It's like nobody successful is like better than you. They might just be working harder than you, but it doesn't mean like they're better than you. We're all human at the end of the day, so it's like get after it. And I advise all of you to just, take one step towards your goal. And if it takes one thing a day, like it's better than like nothing. It's like if you don't know if you like drawing, right? And it's like and you might be good at it or you might not be good at it. Like how do you expect to be good if you're not gonna draw? So it's like draw a star. If it's a star a day versus like nothing. Like draw the best star you could probably possibly draw, the straightest lines, or like the nicest coloring in that you could do, or the nicest painting strokes, or just the newest, trying out a new brush, trying out a new marker, just something towards your goal that you want. I want everybody to, to take that first step. And it's like if you take the first step and you see that it's not as bad, if you draw one star, like, oh, I can just draw another star, and then draw 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars, and then there you go. You have a whole galaxy that you drew, and that's a very simple and kind of dumb example, but it's like if you want to read a book, it's like, all right, let me read one page. All right, I read the one page. It's like, well, that wasn't that bad. I can read another page, right? And it's like, oh, this book's pretty good. I wonder what's next. And then it's just momentum, man. It's just taking the first step. And it's like, well, you took the first step. Let me take the next step. And then we might as well just start climbing the mountain because it's like, or might as well start climbing the stairs, right? Because you don't go up the stairs and stop on the first step. Like maybe if you want to go to that route, like, it might take something for it's like, I don't want to go up the stairs, but, it's like, I'm not going to cuss, but it might be like something you don't want to do. Or you don't want to reach those and you don't want to just be uncomfortable and be uncomfortable. Be comfortable with the uncomfortable. Pound that in your head. Write it down, write it down, write it down. Just keep writing down. And like I was talking about my journal, like I've been motivating myself and pulling myself and pushing myself and just reminding myself that I'm successful and I will be successful and I must be successful. It's not really I will, it's not a sense of like I will because it's like I will post a picture today and don't post it. It's like I must post a picture today. I must work out today. I must be successful. I must make my dreams come true. You're capable of so much, and I know, but it's like you need a reminder. And if this is the wake up call you've been needing, go after it, bro. Like there's no reason to hold back, and it's all good. Like you see me here, like you see my process where it's like I feel inspired, and then like I go a week without posting, in 2 weeks, and it's like, oh man. But it's like I don't give up. It's like I gave up for 2 weeks, right? But it's like I know I need to get back at it, and here I am. Like this is proof that like you might be at a low spot and you might be at a negative like point, but that shouldn't stop you from like finding a reason to keep going. Cause it's like had I not, had I just kicked it and been comfortable this week, like it would have been Wednesday now, about to be Thursday, and no podcast up, and just feeling guilty and feeling negative and not feeling good about it, and just kind of half-assing my way. And it's like, nah, bro, like that's not how it's gonna work. Like if I want this podcast to be something, which it will be, and it must, I know it's my priority to make it something. I can't, not post. Like obviously, maybe I'll get a couple of views, like while I don't post, but it's not gonna grow. It's like for all I know, it's like the next podcast I upload, somebody famous will like retweet it, see it, listen to it, and be like, wow, like this guy's very cool, very like inspiring to just the youth, I guess, because I feel like there's not many people to look up to in our age. Like, yeah, there's people that are doing stuff, but it's like your peers are more like of an influence than like anything else. Like, so it's like somebody like me, for example, those that know me, or just if you don't even know me at all, like just knowing that I'm 18 years old and I don't really know exactly what I'm going to do with my life and where my life is going and where my career is going. It's like, who cares? Like, I'm going to go at it. I'm going to go at it. I'm going to go be successful one way or the other because I'm confident in me. And I know that, like, even though I might fall back. I might like stay put sometimes and stay stay comfortable. Like I know that it's up to me to pull myself out of those negative thoughts that hold me back from achieving the things I know I'm capable of achieving. Man, that felt very good, man. And I hope you listening very take that and run with it. Run with it, run with it, run with it, and know that. Uh oh, Millie just walked in. Hi, Millie. Give me a sec. Let me close the door. Sorry. That felt really good, man. And I hope that everybody that listens takes that and really feels inspired to do something, man. Because it's like all it takes is for you to find something to inspire you to make that first step. And if this podcast was it, like I've done my job. Like, I'm successful with that. You know, it's like I don't care for money. I don't care for being famous. It's like if I can go on and inspire somebody, or just inspire somebody that I know or care about, or just like my fans, if you want to call it that, like supporters that listen to this, like I'm so happy with that, and I'm so happy being able to just express that and tell you guys and be open about it because it's like that's how I feel. Like I want everybody to win, and I know a lot of us can win, and especially if you listen to this, because if you listen to this, you're probably a lot on the same frequency as me, and you think a lot like me, and you care about me because you know that what I'm saying resonates with you because like we think alike in a sense. I just need you to trust yourself, trust in you, trust in be faithful. You look forward to your future. Have a plan to like one thing I've learned this week is like you can go about things without a plan and like not really know where you're going. But also it's like you can not know where you're going but have an end goal, right? Because if you don't have a plan and you're just going like without really like an end goal or like without really like any checkpoints to like meet, any like short term goals where it's like okay, like like in checkpoint, like if you're like in a I can't think of a game that has I guess like in a video game, right, where it's like you're on a level, right, and you're going through the level and like you reach this certain like hard part or like this checkpoint thing, like in Mario where it's like that middle flag. Like have a checkpoint so you know you're going in the right way. So once you reach that, like oh, like yes, like keep going. But in the span of that, like you're gonna go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, win lose, win lose. But when you hit that checkpoint flag, it's like oh yeah, I'm on the right path, and that's gonna make you keep going, and maybe the span of up and down, until you get to the end, or until you get to the next checkpoint that leads to the next checkpoint that leads. It's just momentum, and that's what I need you to create for yourself, like momentum, and find comfort in the uncomfortable, because nobody's gonna make this happen for us, and nobody owes you anything. Also, remind yourself that nobody owes you anything at all. Nobody cares about you, really. Take that and run away with it. Like, know that nobody's gonna pay you, nobody's gonna give you anything but you. Ain't nobody's gonna pay you but yourself. Nobody's gonna make you happy but yourself. Nobody's gonna love you if you don't love yourself. Like, you need to find comfort in just in loneliness, find comfort in not having people around you. Just build yourself up and you'll see, and create momentum for yourself, and you'll see the benefits that lie within like yourself, because we're all very strong and we're all very capable of so much, and that's what I want for all of us. So thank you so much for listening to Me versus Myself, episode 28. Be comfortable with the uncomfortable. That might be a too long of an episode name, to be honest. So we'll see. I'll upload this. It's kind of late now. It's 10:25 p.m. Los Angeles time. And Thank you, man. Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking the time and truly, truly listening to my podcast. And please leave a like. Please subscribe if you're on YouTube. Um, I appreciate it. I appreciate you listening, and I appreciate everything that you allow me to feel, you know? So thank you so much for allowing me to share my thoughts and allowing me to clear my head with you. And I hope what I say kind of motivates you to be better and to continue pushing forward and make things happen for yourself. Thank you so much for listening. This has been me versus myself. Again, if you like and comment, the engagement helps boost the podcast out more. And, you know, the algorithm picks it up and pushes it to people that might feel or might be like, you know, interested in my kind of content. So thank you so much for listening. This has been Jesus Kian, me versus myself. Goodbye.